back to On Your Fly podcast. On your host, Flyehi Blake. I have 2 for 1 today, you guys. I have DJ Gooch.
Yes.
DJ Grand Imperial. How y'all feeling today?
First of all, I feel good, man. It's a pleasure to be on this podcast. See you doing your thing, man.
What took you so long to bring me on here?
Look.
Oh,
Man.
The
Arrogance just sliced right in.
Come on, man. We fam, man.
Take turns, man.
Now we gonna make this interview interesting.
Yeah.
We getting right to the nitty gritty.
Okay, well,
It's good.
since we're gonna get to the nitty gritty, let the people know what side of town you from?
Oh man, listen, man. I'm from all over, man. Uptown, downtown, east side, west side, Waterloo, Spencerport, everywhere.
What side of town
No,
you
man.
from?
I know shit, man. West
What side of town?
West
Okay,
side.
west
You already
side.
know what it is.
I'm just saying for the people.
Okay.
The people that's living up under the rock.
Okay. Let them know.
What
West
about-
side, man. West side. Best side.
How was your upbringing? We can start from GI to Gooch.
Mine was fair. I mean, it was decent, man. I ain't have no problems. I actually just knew that at a young age that I wanted to DJ. So I wasn't into sports. I'm not the athletic type. I couldn't do none of that stuff. You know what I mean? I played pop on it, but music, man. Music was my calling, so that's what I stuck with. Later on, I started cutting hair and figured I was good at that, and those are the 2 things that I just stuck to: cutting hair and DJ. That's it.
What about you?
Oh, my upbringing, it was good, man. I was like you said, I was into the hip hop thing. I was a break dancer. I was into music at an early age. Same difference. Kodak kid. I was in struggle. Never had no struggles like that. Never was like rich, but we grew up pretty good, solid.
Did you play any sports?
Oh, absolutely. Football and
Hold on. What high school you went to?
oh, I went to Marshall High. Where I played football and I boxed.
You didn't box for Marshall.
Well, I mean, you asked me did I play a sport?
So in high school.
In high school, yeah, just football. That's it.
Like, put the jersey on, play?
Jersey up, organized football.
What position you
I
play?
played outside linebacker and defensive end.
It was a job, that's all right.
Yeah, it was decent.
What about you, G.I.? What high school you went to?
Spencerport.
And you didn't play no sports?
I ain't playing no sports. We didn't even have a football team. Keep it real, we got a football team. Spencerport got a football team the year that I graduated.
So you saying you would have played?
I would have played. But we got a football team my senior year.
Wow.
And they've been horrible ever since.
Where you get the name Grand Imperial from?
You know what? I was actually with this fool. Me and him and Dax, we were in a barbershop. And we was I think we was getting ready to do a party.
Yep.
And I didn't have a name. So he was like, yo, what we gonna put on the flyer? And we Grand Imperial. That's
Who said it though? Like, who was the one that said Grand Imperial?
I don't know, I think I did.
I
think I did.
We was doing the fire like,
Yeah.
come on, man, you got to remember the name.
So,
But what made you think Grand Imperial?
I don't know. I kid you not. We were all in the shop after the shop was closed. Me, Codus, and Dax. I think Bear was there too.
Yeah, Bear was there.
And we just needed a name. So it came out of nowhere. I promise you. Grand Imperial. Put that on the flyer. And that's how it happened.
Crazy.
That's how it happened.
What about you? How you get the name Gooch?
Different strokes. That kind of meet my personality. Behind the scenes bully. I used to do, a little bullying in school and stuff like that. So I felt that name kind of catered to me. So I went along with it.
The Gooch.
Okay, so how y'all two met?
Oh, cutting hair.
Cutting hair.
West Main.
Yep.
Back in
1995. Yep.
Was it
1990? Yeah, 1990. It was 94, 95.
When you came in, I was
94.
there like 2 years before you came.
Yeah, I was like 94.
Yeah, so I think I was in there 93. I started in 93.
1994. I started cutting hair at Dawson's on West Main.
Yep.
And he was the first person I ran into. He just clicked. This dude's a special guy, man. I mean, you just meet him and you automatically gravitate to him. Anyone who knows this dude knows that.
Yeah.
You automatically gravitate to him. You can't help it. And that's been my guy ever since.
So, what was they wearing in your school? We're gonna start with you, G.I. Like, what was the fashion like in Spencer?
I'm no fashion.
What was you wearing?
Whatever was popular at the time in the 90s. Shoot, man. I really wasn't a fashion bug, to keep it real with you. I mean, whatever was hot, I can't really sit here and say, yeah, this is what I was wearing. I mean, I can give you a couple pieces that I remembered, like the suede on the thigh jeans. I don't know if you remember those.
I remember that.
You know what I'm saying? Slick jean suits, obviously cross colors. It was so much different stuff. I mean, Carl Kanai. But I really wasn't a fashion bug, to be honest. I ain't gonna front and act like I had everything. I didn't. I just whatever.
But you still like to
I still like to dress. Yeah, I knew what was popping, but I didn't. Until I got a job, I didn't have nothing fresh.
What about you, dude? What was they wearing in Marshall?
At Marshall, I was wearing Nautica, Polo, Tommy, Bally's, like you said, Kansas jean suits, rip suits, couple things. What else was that? What was that other jean suit?
Like I said, you had Slick, you had
Slick, that's what it was, Slick.
Damaged,
and yeah, basically that's what it was.
Yeah.
But mainly I was really in love with Polo. That was my thing since the 90s, like early 90s.
I give him that. I met him wearing Polo.
That's all I did.
And you was always able to afford that, or?
Yeah, basically I do whatever I had to do to get it, yeah.
Like a job?
Yep. And mom. There's a budget on that. You should give me so much, and I go grab whatever I need and go from there. That's it.
Was there any inspiration to y'all getting fresh? Like
inspiration? Basically in the culture of hip hop, like doing music. You know what I mean? You're a DJ. You want to be
I'm
fly.
talking about like a person or.
Oh, just a person. I used to watch. Nobody in particular really influenced me.
So there's nobody that influenced you to get fresh.
I mean, it's a range of this. It's like
it could be a rapper. It could be
like a rapper like Wu-Tang. They was fly with that all the low stuff, and who else? Nas.
Nas
fresh. Just a couple rappers.
So nobody.
Personally, locally,
Yeah.
I had to go to my man Super Dave. She was fresh. He kept it with the low Taj. Depending on what year you're talking about, like in high school.
High school. Like before high school, who inspired you to get?
Oh, just the rappers, like watching TV.
The rappers.
Yeah.
What about you, Gia?
Yeah, I mean, pretty much the same. Like I said, I really wasn't a fashion bug, man. Like clothes and all that really wasn't my main focus. Any little bit of money I would have, I'd spend it on music. So
you was prioritizing early.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So any dollar that I had would go into records. I would probably get a pair of sneakers here and there, but fashion, I wasn't a fashion bug, man. Probably until I got heavy on the scene, as far as DJing.
Okay, so what was the first pair of sneakers that you felt like you had to have?
I tell you, it was the fours, the blue, the baby blue and gray fours.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they're not baby blue. They're not baby blue. The military blue. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. But see, back then they weren't all leather. They were suede. Like the toe part, the top was suede.
Suede, yeah.
It wasn't
gray
leather.
part, right?
Yeah. That was suede. And I seen they brought them back out, but they weren't like back in what was that? Because I was in the 6th grade when I had those.
Yeah.
And those are the best pair of sneakers that I ever had.
Do you remember where you purchased them from?
Foot Locker. I got them in Foot Locker.
Where?
I got them in Foot Locker downtown. Midtown.
Can you give us like a rundown on that?
Well, I knew when we were going to get them because my brother, he had the black one. He had the black 4s.
Mm-hmm.
And I just remember coming home one day and we were just going downtown to get the Jordans. Like back then, that was a big deal, at least for my household. You know what I'm saying? So for any kid, any kid during that era, if you was getting some Jordans,
yeah, you was in the game.
you was in the game. Like kids wouldn't even eat if they. Yo, I'm getting some Jordans. What? So I just remember coming home. And I remember coming home, my cousins was at the house. I don't know why they were there, but they were there. And we went downtown to get them. And it was that was a magical day. I wore them sneakers with every outfit. Even if they didn't go with what I had on. I wore those 4s. Those are the best pair of sneakers I had in my whole entire childhood. Were the 4s. Which is the reason why I wear the 4s today.
Yeah, 4s is a good
The
pair.
4s, the 4s and the 3s are like, to me, are the best pair of Jordans, and that's just me. That's not it's not a fact.
Them a good pair.
Yeah, the 3s and the 4s, they because they were heavy, heavy for me in my childhood.
Yeah. What about you, Klub?
Jordans. Probably was like the first kid in my neighborhood had Jordan 1s. My brother got me the 1s back in like 80 something. Used to wear the baskets, suede Pumas.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I came up.
No, I'm talking about what was the first pair of sneakers that you feel like you had to have?
Oh, the number 5s, 5 Jordans.
Jordan 5?
Love them. They're my favorite. And the 1s.
The 5s, I call them the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, those is
The
it.
black ones?
Black
The
ones,
blacks
the
were hard.
suede, and the
With
white.
the net on the side,
Mhm.
right?
Yep,
Okay.
those are the hardest pieces.
Do you remember where you purchased them from?
We got those. I got those from. It had to be. Dang, good question, Blake. I think it was Finish Line.
Finish
No,
Finish
Foot Locker.
back
I'm
then?
sorry. I'm sorry. Foot Locker.
Mm.
No. I'm confused. Like I don't remember where I got those from though. Kind of. It's so long ago.
I don't know.
Was y'all shopping at Jim Dalbert?
Jim Dalbert was the.
Nah, I didn't go to Jim
I did
Dalbert
that.
till late in my years.
Yeah, I can't remember. That's a good question. Oh no, okay, that's what it was. I didn't get those until later when they first dropped. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the 5s. But I had got the 1s back in the day. But the 5s is like I eventually got upon them. I think that's when I got the Finish Line. I think we was together.
We probably was.
We was together. Yep.
Just to go back, you said Jim Dobbs. I'm thinking of Goldstein. Jim Dobbs was over there on Jenny.
Genesee
That's
Street.
why
That was it. Yeah.
That's why I would get my fat laces from.
Yeah. But that was back in the 80s.
Yeah, Jim
So
Dobbs.
I'm mixing the eras up. That's what it is. I'm trying to.
That's the only reason I go in Jim Dobbs, because that was more like a track and field type of spot.
Yeah.
That was where you go get like
runners.
the track shoes and the runners and all that. But when I found out they had the fat laces, that was it. That's the only time I went in the Jim Dobbs. Fat.
He was living down the block from me.
Right down the block. Yep.
So yeah. But yeah, I'm just trying to get these eras together, but I just remember the 5s.
We starting from
the
beginning
90s.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, gotcha.
So what stores y'all was shopping at back then?
Oh man, you had his place.
What's that? I never heard.
His place is in the mall. This is when the mall was popping. Like, it was good. It was.
You
This
learning
was,
me something right now.
Yeah.
This place is where? Marketplace?
his place was in actually Grease Ridge Mall.
Let's see,
His place was in Grease Ridge Mall. Merry-Go-Round was in
Marketplace.
I think his place was in Marketplace too.
Midtown Yeah, his place was in Marketplace.
His place was in Marketplace.
It's actually, it was across, I think, from Old Navy.
Could have
Where
been.
Old Navy used to be. It was like right across from there.
What they sold?
Like at the time, you know, obviously, like when I was going to his place at that time, like the wildflower shirts was in style.
Polka dots.
The polka dots was in style.
Hammer pants.
The hammer pants. Yeah, I'm talking about 90s, the deep 90s, the jeans with the suede on the thighs.
Grease didn't come till later on though.
What?
Well,
Grease Mall, like the late 90s.
Nah,
Grease.
Grease was rebuilt. Like they put the wings and stuff on it.
Okay.
It used to be a small. It used to be.
But Grease
You know
still
what I mean?
at that time in the 90s wasn't really hitting. Marketplace was hitting. Marketplace in Midtown was hitting. No one went to really to Grease and what's the Eastview. No one ever went to Eastview. But in the early 90s, yeah, Marketplace was the wave. So you had like I said, Merry-Go-Round, you know, his place, and those were the primary spots that I can think of.
Same for you too?
Nah, B Foreman's.
Maybe Foreman's, yeah.
All Day Sunday had stuff.
Pro Image. That's what started. Yeah, starter was heavy. That's where you get all your starter stuff from. Pro Image.
Pretty much. You talking 90s?
No Cavaliers, no Action Fashion.
Yeah, I was getting to that Action Fashion Cavaliers.
That's where you get all your bang bangs from.
What from what?
Yeah.
Action Fashion.
Action Fashion.
What was that joint on?
Cavaliers. A lot of bang bang.
From Cavaliers.
What?
That stuff.
Hey, man,
that
that
stuff
was
been out.
Bang bang.
No, you say Bang Bang like it wasn't official.
No, yeah, that's
From
stuff.
Cavaliers.
Facts.
Cavaliers was the same as Benzers though. So you said
Benzers had a lot of bang bang too.
Damn, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's a spot. Those the same spots that you seeing right now. That's the same. Just fast forward, man. Same thing, man. A lot of spots. I didn't mess with a lot of them spots like that.
But you know, as a kid, you know, when you in high school, you know,
You
can get
learn me something.
you can kind of get away with it. You know, you can get away with it.
These had those them Tommy Hill figures with the bubble, the leather.
They didn't have Tommy and Benzers though.
Crazy.
I never seen Tommy and Benzers at Cavaliers. Cavaliers was.
They had those
like
the T-shirts, Blake.
I never seen.
I mean, no, it's like a sweatshirt. They used to have the leather on them. So you gotta think. A lot of people probably know what I'm talking. Remember those joints with the leather on them?
I remember that, but I remember like Chester's and shit having that, not Cavaliers.
All of them spots had that.
You don't have that bang bang in there, but you know
they was saying NYC too.
NYC clothing. They
had a little sprinkle in there.
They might have sprinkled a couple bangs in there, but you know, everybody
But
cut.
what could have been Bang Bang at NYC though?
Probably jeans and stuff like that. Like
you really don't know. Let me tell you this story, man. I remember when Red Monkeys was the ticket.
Okay, we're gonna get to that.
Okay, all right.
What was the soundtrack to your life?
oh shit.
Like, what was y'all playing on the way to school or before you get dressed? Like, what was the soundtrack to your life?
Anything that, man, any album that came out at that time, whether it was Gangstar, whether it was, you know, Leaders of the New School, for me, anything that came out, I was on it.
But what was like your go-to? Like,
My go-to? I didn't have a
before
go-to.
you DJ a party. What you was playing before you got ready to go DJ?
You know, I would have a collage of stuff. I really didn't have no one specific. Whatever was popping at the time, it just would depend. You know, it could be Illmatic. Illmatic was probably my first cassette tape that I would just run from beginning to end. You know what I'm saying? It could be anything from Into the 36 Chambers, you know, Snoop's album, Doggy Style. It's just so much, man. I didn't really have no specific one, you know, go-to. If it was hip-hop and it was current, I'm on it.
What you say, like school era or just?
Yeah, like going to school.
Yeah, that's what I be listening to,
That Low End Theory.
Yeah, Low End Theory.
Man, that tribe and the Illmatic, and Big, and that Raekwon.
All that.
Woo. That was my go-to. But that low end theory was my real like hype in the morning. You put that in your Walkman.
We actually got that joint. I got that album with Mr. Scarface's back.
Yeah.
At the House of Guitars at midnight.
Yeah.
Those two albums, I got both of them joints.
Yeah.
Mr. Scarface's back and the Low End Theory album, and Nice and Smooth second album.
Yeah, that was dope.
The second album, I got all three of them.
Wow.
Yep.
What was your favorite brand back then?
Brand, far as like
Klub.
clothing brand. Back then, like Cross Colors was large, man. Like Cross Colors was large. Carl Kanai was large. See, during that era was like the boom of black clothing. That's when everything started to pop during the early '90s. From Walker Wear to, like I say, the Carl Kanais and everything. Das Effects made Carhartt go through the roof.
And Fatigue.
Fatigue and all that. Like Fatigue was probably like mid-90s, more like mid-90s. Yeah, like 94-ish. But prior to that, man, it was just anything. It was so much flavor, man. You can, but see the thing about that's different
what
between.
What was your favorite?
My favorite, I didn't have just whatever looked fresh. I didn't have a go-to. I really didn't. Like I think I have more of a go-to now than I did back then. It was just whatever was baggy and it looked good on you, and it was just, we rocking that.
What about you, bro?
Like again, it's polo, man. That's all I was focused on, man. He had me. Like that was always been my thing, man. That polo, man.
Yeah, whatever I saw.
And a couple little sprinkle other stuff like Tommy. That's about it, man. Little Nautica. Those are my go-tos, but mainly polos. That was it for me. Like that was my love. That was it.
Did you ever go to Archie's that used to be on West Main?
Mm-hmm.
Archie's. I mean, like I say, it was.
I was young going to that. I remember the dude that worked there.
Yeah.
He reminded me always of the dude from Stetson Sonic.
Which
He had the little Jeep. You know what I'm talking about? The dark skinned dude. He reminded me of Daddy-O. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
What's his name?
I can't think of his. You talking about Stetson Sonic or the dude who used to work at
The
Archie?
dude that's to work at Archie.
I don't even remember.
But you know what I'm talking about,
yeah.
though, right?
Yeah, man.
He looking like Daddy-O.
Yep.
Archie's.
Right. Archie's was a hit. That's where you get your cards and all that from. Yep.
I used to go in there heavy.
Mm-hmm.
It was so many just different spots. Like pop-ups. They call them pop-ups today. It was just so many different pop-ups. It was just so much fashion that was booming. It wasn't just one particular brand. I think like now everybody's just stuck on designer, and a lot of that shit. Can you cuss? My bad. A lot of that shit look ugly, but the fact that it's designer, they'll rock it. Back then, everything that came out, you didn't necessarily know who it was, but it looked hot. So I'm a freak. I'm gonna put my own twist on it, and boom, there you have it.
Yeah, it was a couple things that we kind of missed too. Champion, I forget about Champion was one of my favorites too. Champion sweatshirts, the hood, the cone heads, the sweatshirts, the sweats. So we
was it Champion Outlet?
Champion Outlet.
Outlet used to be out
We
there.
used to go out there. Yep, we used to.
And that shit used to be so dirty.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
Dusty,
that shit used to
sneezing
be
out of that.
dirty.
I didn't know that was like a Rochester thing, though.
Yeah,
Like
that's
Champion.
Rochester based.
Yeah, I never knew that.
Yeah.
You really couldn't find no heat out there, man. That place was dirty.
Yeah, you can.
You have to dig. You would have to dig.
Even Authentics was used to be out there.
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
You definitely had to dig.
You have to
Definitely
dig
dig,
to
yeah.
find some pieces. It wasn't like it.
The hardest color I used to always try to find was that yellow piece. The yellow Champion. Couldn't find those too much.
Yeah, man.
But yeah,
Fashion
that
was
it.
simple.
Yeah.
A lot more simple back then. Simple.
You don't think it's simple now?
Not.
If you wanted to be.
The way that I look at it like this is if you're going out somewhere, right? If you want to go somewhere you're gonna really try to put together something crazy. You're gonna really put forth the effort to really make yourself stand out or get something real fly. So for that reason, I say no, it's not that simple because you gotta dig a lot more. Back then, I just think that anything that you was pretty much you were your own swag. You were your own style. You had your own vibe about you. That's what I love about the '90s because it didn't matter to an extent, what you had. Whereas I look at today, everything is just all about a brand, a label. It doesn't matter what it is or who it is.
No. It was about a brand and a label back then.
I was about to say.
There's no way in the world.
Well,
no, hold on.
I'm talking more
you gotta understand is, but the way it is now is the way it was back then. But it's just we're older, and it's pretty much it flips, man. That's all it's doing.
Could be.
Everything was a name brand back then. You know what I'm saying? It definitely was, man. You know what I'm saying?
But like I said, you talking to somebody.
That's what we should.
Again, you talking to somebody. I wasn't really on it like that.
Yeah, he was.
I really didn't care like that.
Yeah, I seen pictures though.
I mean,
that's why I'm looking at you like.
What is he talking about?
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. I got style. I mean, I do got style, but I really wasn't. I really wasn't head over heels about it.
Yeah, he was because if you wouldn't grab the stuff you would be wearing.
Exactly.
He was. You just forgetting right now. But yeah, I can fast forward to something. You know, how you used to leave, and you know, we used to go on missions.
Okay,
but
we ain't get
take it easy, bro.
We'll take it easy.
Do y'all have any stories about like shopping?
Oh yeah.
In Midtown?
Yeah, man. My
Like
favorite.
anything like before a concert or before.
See, my favorite place to go in Midtown was the Foot Locker because see, Foot Locker used to always have the sneakers that the other malls didn't necessarily have. Like if you wanted, like my favorite sneaker back then was the high top Air Force Ones with the strap on the back. So the Midtown Foot Locker would have more colors. They would have more of a variety. So if you wanted like the exclusive colors, the yellows, the greens, you go to Midtown. Like Marketplace for whatever reason, and definitely not Grease Bridge, they just didn't have it. Well, this was before Irondequoit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you know, this was before Irondequoit. When Irondequoit came around, they started to get up on it. But prior to Irondequoit Mall, Midtown had
battery.
Well, I'm talking about the store, that actual store in Irondequoit.
Yeah.
All the way up,
That's blocking.
all the way in the back, all the way at the top. Athlete. Is it? They want athlete foot.
I don't know.
So like the top to the left.
Yeah. You come up the escalator and it's to your left.
That was
athlete something.
Athlete's.
Was it athlete foot?
Yeah, gotta be.
Yeah, athlete foot. Yeah, they had all the uptown
flavors.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, all the flavors. You right?
All of them. Like
flavors.
you go there and go crazy.
Yeah, they probably did. But like
you said, like Midtown.
Midtown was that was my destination. I'm like, yo, we going here. I want the Flyehi with the strap on the back. They got different colors. I'm going to Midtown.
Right.
Flyehi or uptown.
Flyehi.
I was asking for
they had the ones
they had
with the strap.
Flyehi with the strap on the
What
back.
was that before?
You just gotta set it.
Uptown was not before.
Upstairs.
Flyehi kind of bit off.
Yeah, could you hold it?
Yeah. They took the
definitely
whole swag.
It was the first ups was cloth.
Yeah.
I had a pair.
Yep.
It was
Black
cloth
and silver.
first. Black and silver. I had, you remember? Yep, I had a pair of those.
Black and silver. Yep.
Yeah, it was
It's black with the silver Nike.
Yep. And Raiders colors.
Yep.
What about Goldsteins?
Goldsteins definitely have flavors and the deals.
See, that's the only reason why I went to Goldstein.
That's the concert spot. Like before you go to a show, you see everybody in there. You know what I mean? Let me get those 13s up there. You know, you had the numbers. You just grab those and.
I went there.
What you got? I got 60.
Yep. That's it.
Give me 65. You just sit there, chew them down.
That's the only reason why I went there because I knew I can get more for my money.
Bang for you.
Like if you had $80.
You could definitely come out with some kicks.
You know what I mean? All right, man, give me what you got. Right?
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I liked about Goldsteins. Goldsteins was another spot, man, that had some hidden jewels too. It had some hidden gems.
Absolutely.
You had to dig, yo.
Nah, not really. You just gotta know what you going there looking for. You know what I mean?
I actually got my first shell toes out of Goldstein.
Oh yeah, that was a spot too.
That's why I got my shell toes.
Yeah.
Goldstein.
Goldstein?
Yep. Goldsteins. I had the white ones with the black stripe.
My favorite pieces was the red and white ones, the Pro Mods. The high top.
Okay.
Yeah, I got a pair of those from out of there. Yeah, definitely Goldstein's was one of those spots you go get fresh for a concert and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Goldstein. Hit me with that one.
Yeah, until they moved down the street.
Oh, that's
It was terrible down the
man.
street.
It was on after
That wasn't the same, man. That you look forward to going to that little tight spot.
Mm-hmm.
It had a little funny smell and
Yup.
everything, man. You needed all that.
Word. Tell you.
Definitely.
Those were the days, man.
Do you remember the first party you DJ'd?
My
We're gonna get into
I think the first party that we did, my first party was house parties, and they were in the worst areas of the city too. I mean the worst, but that just goes to show you at the time.
hold on, first, what got you into DJing?
What got me into it, my cousin's room. When I first saw turntables at his house, I just said, yo, this is it right here. When I seen him, I said, this is what I want to do. There was no questions about it. So I probably was like 9 to 10 years old. And then from there on, I just stayed with just DJing. I finally got a pair of turntables, and I was probably in like 6th grade at the time with turntables.
And your first party?
My first party was probably like when I was in maybe 10th grade.
That was a house
It was
party?
a house party, yeah.
Did they hire you or you just like...
Yeah, it's cause, some kids that I knew.
What was it,
You know what I'm
Murray
saying? No, yeah, it was the one on Murray Street. Matter of fact, Killer had showed up. It was it was a house party on Murray Street. Ended up getting turned out, and there was another party I did on Zimmer Street off of Bay. That actually ended up getting turned. Every single house party I did, in some way, shape, or form, got turned out. But it was so much fun to me. At that time, I mean, I'm 16 years old DJing, so it was fun. I didn't care about, the repercussions. And back then, it's like, I would bring my speakers, my amplifier, crates and records. Like, I would make trips, like 2 trips to do a party. Couldn't dare get me to do that now.
And what turned over the new leaf? Like, what made you, how did you get into, like, the clubs?
Actually, Keith got me into them clubs. Keith from the barbershop.
Yeah.
Carmel City, they started to do like club nights at this spot downtown called Boundaries, and that's where.
Well, yeah.
We're talking about clubs. That's where Grand Imperial.
What got you into clubs?
What got me into the clubs?
Yeah, we did
It was just-
our own.
Well, we did our own. Yeah, we did our own
They
parties.
keep seeing how good
Yeah,
it was.
I remember,
Yeah.
I remember coming to your parties.
Yeah.
Down here at the Days Inn.
Days
Right
Inn.
over here, actually. Right over here.
Yeah, right here.
Right up the
Days
block.
Inn. What was the other one?
YMCA.
The Y,
the Y,
Glasgow building.
Y'all
Glasgow.
wouldn't
Yeah.
let me in one time.
Word?
I remember
We didn't let you
not
in?
getting
You was
in.
with us.
You was with us. What?
Y'all didn't let me in.
Oh, the
Wow.
pool party you probably couldn't get in.
What?
That was that pool
I had
party.
to get back. It's like, yo,
Oh, my bad. You ain't never let us know.
Damn, my fault, Blake.
You would have been at the door.
Blake was always with us.
what about you, Goop?
The first thing was a fashion show. I did my first.
No, what got you into
Oh,
DJing?
DJing is coming up in the 80s. I always knew I wanted to do it. I used to watch Wiz, Wax Cutter, and this other guy named Raymond. They really inspired me. Then GI too. That's basically how I became into DJing too. But I knew I wanted to do it, but it just didn't. I was just watching. You know what I mean? I didn't know the steps of buying a turntable or anything like that. But I knew I wanted to do it always since I was a kid. So I always been into hip hop and break dancing and rapping and stuff like that. I used to be a rapper too.
You rap?
Yeah.
What's a rap?
Nah. It's over. It is over.
What was the fashion world like during y'all parties? Like, what was the people wearing then? And who was the fresh people coming to the party?
Fresh. He's looking forward to seeing somebody that's fresh.
Females and males.
Man, our crew, man. That's it. That's all I see. Dax,
Outside
Ra, you.
That's one thing about you,
basically,
like, you gotta give yourself some credit, man. As long as I know you've been a fresh young man.
But it's
You've
not.
been a very fresh young man. You don't want to
Yeah,
talk about
always.
yourself.
Yeah, nah, you know that.
Yeah, nah, man. Late.
Yeah, he's been up on it, always.
Been on it. For the time that I met him, I said, yeah, this kid is fresh kid right here.
You,
man. Yeah.
But outside of your crew, like,
again, man, it was, I guess I just wasn't looking at. I really wasn't.
That's what it wasn't.
I just really wasn't paying any attention.
So y'all weren't paying attention to the chicks neither?
I mean, well, of course, but I couldn't sit up here and be like, yo.
It had to be a chick like, yo, hey, come through,
come through.
At that time, it was, chicks is in Moschino and things like that, and I really wasn't peeping exactly what she was wearing from head to toe. Whether or not she looked good, that's different. She looked good, but I'm not peeping exactly her labels and all that. So, I couldn't tell you. I don't got no answer.
Okay, what was y'all attracted to, as far as females, like back then? Like, what did they have to have on to be like, damn, I'm messing with her right there?
I don't know, just vibes. I think it's more vibe.
Yeah, it's
a vibe.
Back then it was a vibe?
Yeah, like as long as they clean,
good,
they got the stuff, the basic, man, smell good.
Yeah, I didn't discriminate. If you look good, whatever you had on.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think. That's a good question. I can't really remember.
Yeah.
No extra fly chick like that. Like there was a lot of them, man. It was just a lot of them.
But again, I can only speak for myself. Like when I went to the clubs, I wasn't even looking at shit like that. Don't get me wrong. It's not to say that I wasn't.
What about far as school?
I'm paying attention. I'm paying attention to like the music. I'm paying attention to the DJ. Word. I mean, you would find me. My wife could attest to this day. Like when my wife and I was going in the clubs together.
I'm talking about when y'all was doing parties.
Even back then.
You and your wife was together back then?
Well, no, we weren't together then.
But
at the time, but we were still in the same circles.
Okay, so she attracted you somehow.
She saw me, but I was always by the DJ booth. I was away from everybody. I was always away from everybody. We come in together, but I'd be by myself.
This is before you started DJing, or you DJing these parties?
This is during the time I'm starting this. This is during the time I'm DJing.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like before then, if you want to go back to teen clubs and things like that, again, I was the same dude by the DJ booth. All my other friends, they scouting, they doing what they do, but I'm by the DJ booth.
What was your favorite club back then?
Said Red Creek. That was my joint.
Yeah,
Creek was shaking.
What opened me up was probably
and New York Knights.
Oh, the Egg.
That's the Egg. So I've never been to the Egg.
Right.
Where's New York Knights though?
New York Knights is right down the street from the Egg.
Where's the Egg? I don't know what the Egg is.
The Egg is by Envy. Okay, so what's that little cross street? That building right there was the Egg. It's like
Villa?
No. All right, so we're going to circle coming back. The Villa was where New York Knights is, that same building. It's a parking garage now. Get what I'm saying? See how it been that corner?
Not Gotham, where Gotham was at.
Gotham City.
Okay,
Gotham
City.
It was New York Knights too.
Gotham City, and then the Egg is probably like a couple buildings down.
But it's right before that cross street.
Yeah, but it's
before you go to Envy.
Yeah.
It's a brown building. It's right there.
I don't know what it is now, but
that's what it was.
That was the Egg.
Yeah, we used to walk to the Egg, man.
That was your favorite.
That's where.
Because that's the only spot we could really get in, like.
And I'll tell you I'll tell you exactly what was the style back then. College, black college sweatshirts. The black colleges like the Hampton and the Howard and all of that.
What was that called?
It was just. I don't know what it was called.
What's her name redid that?
Oh, the most
dude
the
that-
sweatshirts?
The dude that do the like the Jordan ones. What's his name, man? Cool Kai.
Cool
Okay.
Kai, yeah.
He did like the.
Yeah.
That was heavy. 40 Belows was heavy. Any Timberland was heavy during
Right.
that time. Yeah, because that's what I remember. I had a Carhartt jacket on that night that I went to the end. Hot as hell, but I still had a Carhartt jacket on.
What about Vasquez boots?
Vasquez more. That was like
Those
more like the late 90s. I say like
No,
97.
that was 96.
96.
Yep, 96. I had a pair, couple pair.
Yeah, the Vast boots. I had a burgundy pair.
Ace Solos.
I never.
and Vast.
I was never with Ace Solos.
I love Ace Solos. Ace Solos was the truth.
They only had it for me. I was Vast only.
Yeah, no, I like Vast and Ace Solos was it. But yeah, like everybody was wearing those high techs, and I
hated high tech
never
boots.
wear.
I
I
hate
did
high
high
tech.
tech.
You talking about the cop boots?
Black shit.
Ooh, boy, you did those for real?
I did them.
Yeah, I did them.
No, sir. Matter of fact, I had the when those was rock. Matter of fact, I had the Gore-Tex, the beef and broccolis. That's when they come like they was mids. That's how they first came. Like it was a mid. It was Gore-Tex.
I hated them high tech boots,
no,
and
I
I hated
hated
when
those. I
females
never-
would wear the Durangos.
Oh, them Durangos.
I hated
Yeah,
the
the
Durangos.
Durangos. I
Yo,
I couldn't
them-
stand it when the niggas was wearing
Oh man, I
niggas.
damn.
Durangos.
Yeah, that was more like Jamaican, like you know.
Nah,
But no,
niggas-
but there was a
dudes
Durangos
was
was-
doing.
Nah,
I had a pair, but I had the motorcycle boots.
Yeah, they had the
had
motorcycle
Durangos.
boots. The motorcycle boots with the buckle.
Yeah.
Those were hard.
I had the motorcycle
Durangos.
boots. The tassel, the tassel leathers and all that with the Durangos and the motorcycle.
Yeah, I never was into that.
So, any stories about your favorite club?
Stories.
Yeah.
It's
Like it was a wonderful night. You was fresh.
Everything
Girls
was falling
was
in
on
place.
you.
You know,
You left with something.
You know, can't really put too much
I
information
can't
on
even
there.
remember it. Like,
Why not? This is years ago, man. We not.
You know,
What the
You
hell?
want-
sometimes
judged?
you pass,
You ain't gonna be
sometimes
judged?
sometimes
You ain't gonna let the cat out the bag.
That was what? 20 years ago.
Yeah,
Nah, but
I don't even remember.
no, it was you know, for me, man. Like I say, it was again, it was more of a high just to be on that stage of DJing. I'm telling you, man. Like I was a square dude, man. I wasn't that type of dude that was like, yo, I had bitches, I had all, you know, I knew a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? But my whole claim to fame was my music. Anyone who knew me was through the music. It's like, yo, that's G.I. Yo, that nigga can rock a party. You know, any chick
Yeah,
can tell
no
you.
live parties.
You know what I'm saying? I mean,
God.
chicks knew me from DJing. You know, I'm not gonna get on here and be like, yo, I was that nigga. You know, any chick that knew me from DJing. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that was my thing. So, you know, I don't got stories with me leaving the club with an arm full of broads and shit like that.
No, I'm just saying, like, you was fresh
But,
one
you know,
night. You
Yeah,
remember
but you just saying that the flow was it.
Yeah.
no,
I had
that's-
shit
those
going
shit,
on like
those,
that.
I mean, shit.
New
Just
Year
the night down here.
Yeah.
The night down here, that's when it was like, yo.
Oh no, we forgot. You know what's the joint on Union?
Oh,
That
the
was one of my,
VFW.
the VFW is one of my
VFW.
nice. That was a memorable moment back then.
What's that?
The
It was
VFW.
a VFW. It's right here on Union. It was like it's a veterans
It was
place, and then we used to throw parties in there. People used to do parties. In
It was low key.
low key.
It was low
It's
key.
nice and big, but it was nice.
It was low key.
Yep. And yeah, it was pretty dope, man.
It was definitely low key.
Okay. Do y'all remember Sims?
Yeah, it was simple.
Absolutely.
Is that still even over?
No.
Is that still?
No, stop.
I'm stuck. Yeah, I remember it though. It's been a while. Cause they used to have pieces though, some good
Yeah, they
joints.
did.
They used to have
Best.
good joints. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
But
what I
wasn't it
got.
like a warehouse though?
It was more like a
warehouse.
Mm-hmm.
it was just OK Corral, and it had everything in there, all kinds of
Yeah.
labels, and you
You
know,
find some good Versace in there. on the
Versace,
low.
Bally,
Yeah.
you know what I mean, the good low hats, low,
Wow.
everything was in
What
there.
about Como's?
Cohoes.
I never went to Cohoes.
I went to Cohoes.
Cohoes is that shit.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
never went to
Cohoes was
Cohoes.
that. And what's that joint? What was the name of that joint over in Pittsburgh? It's by the Cheesecake Factory.
Oh, you talking about?
Where you get the Coogis from.
It's right on the tip of my tongue too.
Yeah, that's where I used to get my Coogis from.
That wasn't that Cohoes?
No,
That's Cohoes.
That's
It's-
Cohoes.
yeah, that's Cohoes, yeah,
They moved. They was on
Yeah, yeah.
Jefferson Road.
Yeah, you're right, Blake. Yep.
By Bill Graves.
Bill
then
Graves,
they
they
moved
moved
out
over here. Yep.
Yeah,
that was that's where
Steinmeier.
you, that's where you get your low. I mean your Coogis,
Yeah,
the iceberg and all that.
Yeah.
I ain't here. I ain't never been there.
Yeah, you have. Definitely have. Yeah, you definitely have. You just don't know what we're talking about.
Okay.
You don't pull it up in there before.
Okay.
Okay, so have any of y'all ever been caught out there with some dratra?
Some bang bang.
Bang bang. I'm pretty sure when I was in high school, I had to. I mean, because a lot of those places that was.
Yeah, y'all put me on.
Yeah,
just-
a lot.
I'm
I mean, you know, a lot of those places that.
Yeah.
A lot of those places that was the shit to shop at. Yeah, they had that bang on them. They had that
I
bang.
never knew that, man. Y'all the first two that sat here and said that. Out of all the guests, nobody never said that.
Yeah, man. They definitely
I
had some
think
bang.
I had a bang bang chain before.
I'm talking about clothes.
Clothes. I don't even remember. Like you really then. It kind of like the bang bang kind of stuck out like back then more than. It's crafty now. You got to really look like back then. You know what I'm saying? That joint they have, you can look at it and say, yo, yeah. They good at what they do, man. They perfect. You know what I'm saying? But that's the difference. So basically, it's all in your decision if you can pick it out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you're one of them dudes that don't really know better, I just want it because it's a name brand on there, and boom. But a lot of people was doing bang bang back in the day.
Yeah, because I'm telling you,
it was Gucci sweatshirts, all that stuff.
I'm saying, but you going to get that made though.
Oh yeah, but that's the difference. Like you know what I'm saying? You had an option there, like more of you can go create some bang bang, but now they throw it in there and you won't even know.
You wouldn't even know.
Unless you got the
That's what brings me up to that story about the Red Monkeys.
Oh yeah, see I was
the Red Monkeys. Now I was heavy in the Red Monkeys. Like I heavy in the Red
I
Monkeys.
don't even know why you even like
So
I had a few pairs.
one time when I was in New York, I was distributing my CDs. I had went to the fashion district, and I went into this one particular warehouse, and they had Red Monkey jeans. And now these are the same Red Monkey jeans that look exactly like the ones I'm paying $300, $400, $500 for.
Yeah.
Promise you. It got the bamboo case and everything official. Them joints was $20.
Did you buy them?
Nah, I was just amazed. I was like, yo, damn, like this shit's.
You
Like,
could have bought them.
I could have bought them and came back up and
Killed
killed them. But I was on a different mission at the time. But I was just after seeing that, I stopped wearing them. I just didn't wear them no more.
Yeah.
I just said, nah, man, y'all niggas.
I'd say that was.
Man.
I really didn't get into all those those Red Monkeys and all that. I just kept it basic. I didn't get into all that. What was the other jeans with the
Avisu.
Oh, that's
Parasuco. I love Parasuco.
Yeah, Parasuco's dope.
I ain't gonna
pair of
front.
Guess,
I had
some Levi's, I'm cool,
I had a
man.
pair.
Polo jeans, I'm straight.
I stopped wearing Evisu when they started to get ridiculous with the
Yeah,
logo.
it was.
Like the logos used to be all over the damn
yeah.
pants, and it's like, yo, man, come on, man. It was doing too much, And it was just a simple logo on the back pants pocket.
Them shits used to be real stiff, though.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you need.
Stiff.
That's what you need. Them Timbs.
Yeah.
The white boys on, man. String stiff too. Everything. You just looking like cardboard. Looking like brand, like you just popped the tag off.
How important was boosters back then?
Very
Very
important.
important, man. Boosters was part of
The culture.
What?
Yeah, that was,
Man,
boosters.
you don't get
Boosters kept us in the
boosters
game,
no
man. Definitely come to being a barber.
Yeah.
They
would
really
come into the shop,
they-
man, and rack up.
And we really didn't have to really go out too much, you know what I'm saying? But they always brought it to us.
Yeah.
You go put your order in. Sometimes a week in advance. Come back Friday. I need X, Y, and Z. They normally some of them have what you want. And then some of them, get they bring the whole bag, and you buy the whole bag, man.
Yeah.
Give them a couple hours and you get the whole bag, and that was it. So getting fresh wasn't really hard. Wasn't hard really to do. So
Boosting.
yeah, boosting and boosting.
What was the most expensive item you ever purchased?
Clothing?
Clothing?
Yeah.
Had to be a Coogee sweaters.
And where you got it from?
I got that from Cleveland.
The outlet?
No, I forgot the name of the store. It's downtown. Mr. Albert's.
Oh,
Mr. Albert's was a spot where you get the icebergs, you get your Croc suits, you get all your high-end clothing from there. They had a lot of stuff like Mr. Albert's was the truth, man. Anybody know about Mr. Albert's? That was the place to go when you go get your Coogies or your icebergs and stuff like that. Actually, yeah.
What about you?
There was this spot. It was a spot on 125th. It was right next to the Apollo. I can't remember the name of it, but this is when the iceberg and all of that was in there. But it was a Coogee sweater. It was just a simple black one, and but they had all of that in there. The iceberg with the Snoopy and all of that shit in there. But I can't think of the name of the store to save my life. Only thing I remember, it was right next door to the Apollo on 125th.
What was the least expensive item you ever purchased, but you made it look like it was expensive?
That's a good question.
Keep it mad real. I'm gonna tell you, man. I remember, when white tees was the shit, man.
I'm thinking that's a good question.
White tees, man. When white tees, there was once upon a time, man, which you could go anywhere with a fresh white tee.
Until they bend.
But you can be, I'm telling you, a white tee.
You still good with a white tee, man?
I'm saying, bro, at the height of the white tee movement, you can be super duper fresh with a white tee and get away with it.
Wake up in the
And
morning,
it's just like,
every morning you go get a fresh piece from
a
our
fresh
beach.
piece. Like, you didn't need, nothing but a fresh white tee, man, and that's all you needed. That's all you needed. So I say that era. So what's that, like mid 2000s?
Yeah.
Like the mid 2000s?
Yeah. Yep.
White tees.
Thermal.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
What? Yeah, the white tee.
White
So
tee.
you say white tee too?
That's
Yeah,
it,
man.
Yep, when you feel like it, until till my driver's license got suspended. I ain't wearing no more white tees because they'll pull you over.
What they got to do with your white tee?
A lot. They stereotype. It's a
Wow.
stereotype. See, I think, man. I think about a lot of stuff. Your L's wasn't good. I do not put no white T-shirt on.
Oh, so they profiling everybody with white tee.
Yeah,
Got
of
you,
course.
right?
Everybody got them on.
Was y'all shopping on East Bay? Y'all remember East Bay?
Hell yeah. I used to get my Etonics. Remember
Where?
Etonics?
You said where?
East Bay, the magazine?
Oh yeah, man.
East Bay was the place where I would get all my Etonics.
Yeah.
Etonic sneakers. That was pretty much it. I didn't really grab a whole lot of other stuff out of there.
Yeah, East Bay was
the way.
track sneakers, like
Was y'all hanging
Asics.
pictures on the wall?
Absolutely.
Like from the other, like the Word Up magazine, the Yo magazine?
My joints was the Jet magazine, the Beauty of the Week.
Oh my God, that's how
My
I
whole wall was loaded.
I used to go to my cousin's house. They got, I'm talking about every
And you
wall
was still-
filled up with the Beauty of the Week.
Keep it 100 though. You ain't ever
I
tore a
never-
little page out of people's joint. You go there.
I ain't never do that. I was young
But
when
yeah,
that
I
was
should-
going on.
Yeah, man, that Beauty of the Week, man. I had so many of those things on the wall. Nothing filth on there,
my
man.
cousin Mike and Wendell. All mad pictures of the beauties of the week.
Yeah, posters, of this. Yep, that's
Beauties of the Week.
Beauty of the Week.
What magazines it was?
Jet magazine.
Jet Ebony, right?
Ebony magazine, yep. Ebony magazine, Jet, yep. Beauty of the Week. There used to be some beauties of the week in there, man.
And but here go me though. But here go the musical person to me. I would look at the magazine to see what songs was charting. because on the back of the back
they
on
give you
the
the
back they give you the chart list,
the trending
whatever songs was charting at the time.
Yep.
So
On what magazine?
in Jet Magazine.
Jet Magazine.
Oh, what?
Yeah, they give you all that information.
Yeah. So I'm looking, you know, the average kid's looking at the beauty of the week, and here go my nerdy ass looking, yo, what songs is charting? So that just goes to show you where my head was, you know, majority of my childhood, man, just music, man. Music.
Yeah, man.
I would pick up the Jet Magazine, just look at the charts.
Absolutely.
Okay, Nike or Adidas? Start with you, G.I.
Nike.
Why?
Because all of the sneakers that I, you know, loved, from the Air Max 1s to Jordans to the, you know, I've always been heavy with Nike. You know, I never really, outside of shell toe Adidas, I've never really been a big Adidas fan, but now I'm a big Adidas fan. I think I'm probably more of an Adidas fan now than Nike because of the comfort.
What about you?
Adidas. I like Adidas. Adidas always went, man. You can't go wrong with them, man. Like, it's a classic. Those are all classic sneakers they got. They like, I mean, not all classic, but I'm a Adidas fan. Heavy. Like, I love Adidas.
Flye or Reebok?
Reebok.
Why?
Because again, we go back to the 5411s, and go back to remember the Reeboks,
Classics.
the classics with the gum bottoms. Those, and like I say, I used to wear more Reebok than Flye. The only time I would wear Flye was, like I told you, the ones the Flye with the strap in the back.
So no Grant Hills, no Stack Houses. You never did none of those.
Nah, I never got into those. I never got into those.
Yo, listen.
What? Y'all never did
Stack
Grant Hills or Stack Houses?
Forgive me. I know people like, I hated those.
Never got into them.
Yeah.
I thought it was really crazy about Flyes, man.
Me either. I only the classic ones, like, you know, like the low top blue ones, the green
Yeah, I
ones.
know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Those, you know, the 80s. I forgot the name of them. But yeah, those are classic. But I'll take Reebok. Reebok is because you got the pumps. Yeah, all kinds of the
Shaqs came out.
Shaqs. You got the
Iversons.
The Iversons. What's the dude used to dump?
D. Robinson.
D. Robinsons. Yeah.
What all that?
Black tops.
Was Larry Johnson's? Was those Reeboks or was those Flyes?
No, Larry
Reeboks.
Johnson
Reebok.
was Cons.
Converse, it was, yeah,
Okay.
you're right. He went to Converse. He was in Converse, yeah.
Okay.
He's still, Reebok was.
What about Ewings? What was Ewings? Ewings was just Ewings.
You want to just, you know.
He started with Adidas though.
What?
Yeah, he started off Adidas, then he branched off and went to just
A
regular
lot of people sleep on them Patrick Ewings, man.
I hated
Patrick
those.
Ewings.
I hated
too
They
I hated those things, man. I hated them.
But at the time, oh man.
Teddy T or Jumpin' Jack?
Jumpin' Jack.
Jumpin' Jack, man. All day.
Jumpin' Jack, man. Jumpin' Jack.
Jumpin' Jack was from A to B, man. The whole strip. You go get fresh for that joint. Like you really.
What was you wearing then?
The classics. I remember I had some classic, the white classic Reeboks, man. With the I think I had the jean, the Kansas jeans, the ripped jeans. I forgot what kind of. I think I might have had a jersey on, like a hockey jersey or something like that.
Yeah, I remember what I wore at the time. There was remember Skids?
Skids, yep.
Skids was the shit, and I had a pair of Skids on. I had a pair of Skids, and one year, then the next year I had track. It was a track suit. I think it was a lease track suit.
Those are tough too. Leases are tough.
Yeah, and I got it from Archie's actually. It was an Elise track suit, and I mean that was just to me the ultimate because you could go from
Archie's to Midtown.
Yeah,
Yep.
all the way back, even past Midtown. I mean,
Free zone and all that.
Yeah, it was just that. I think that's when Rochester was at its best. You
you know, everybody was out. Everybody was outside. You know, from working class. You know, that niggas in the streets. I mean, it was everybody was getting money was circulating.
Mm-hmm.
Money was flowing, and everybody was outside.
Yo MTV Raps or Rap City?
Yo MTV Raps. Yo MTV Raps.
Yo.
I think.
Yeah, Yo MTV Raps.
Yo MTV Raps. Because for one, they were first,
Mm-hmm.
and
I thought, what's the name? I thought Music Video Box was first.
Oh no,
Music Video Box
as far
was
as
first.
hip hop.
Those two.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, I remember that first came on, like that first, like it first came out. I remember that vividly.
Yeah, Yo
But now we
MTV
talking
Raps
about like
was-
all hip hop, like
So Yo MTV Rap?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Summertime Fly or Fall Fly?
Fall Fly all day.
Fall Fly. You can do so much.
Do so
with it.
much more,
Yeah, you do a lot with it.
you know,
Yeah.
so much more in the fall. Summertime, you know, options are limited.
Yeah, with your jackets, you can layer up. You do a lot of different things.
Yeah.
Fall
Fly.
hats, you know.
Was y'all shopping at 10 City?
I went there a couple times.
Yeah.
Just a couple
Just
times.
get the fatigue. My thing is, I go in there, I get the fatigue jackets and
Yeah, that's where I got my
and-
fatigues
and,
from.
and the pants. That's about it.
That's where I got my fatigue jacket from. It's from 10 City. And then when they had North Face, when North Face's
North
first came
Face,
in,
they had the North Faces there too.
yeah, they had a few joints.
Flyehi Club clothing. Turbulence, the only penalty we know. www.flyhighclub.clothing. Get in the win. Don't miss your flight. Make sure you get fly. Stop getting by. Club. Y'all remember the picture, man?
Yeah, I remember the picture, man. He still come up the block.
Yeah, clean.
Clean.
Yeah, man, clean is a classic guy, man.
I still got pictures from picture, man.
Yeah, I bet everybody.
He's a good dude,
Me
man.
too.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
Yeah, clean.
Pictures from picture, man.
Shout out, yep, clean.
Shout out Clean.
Yep, that's my homie, uncle. Yep, clean. Yep. He said.
Okay, let's get into the college parties.
Oh yeah. Good memories. Now,
Good money, yeah.
Now you
Good money.
good money. It was flowing.
Good money. That was probably one of my biggest checks. Was that college party.
Which college?
Brockport.
Rockport?
Yep.
You ain't never DJ U of I?
I did U of R.
Yep,
I did U of R. I did Brockport, U of R, RIT. Those were the RIT parties were jive ass, but it was always between. It would be Brockport, U of R, then RIT. It'd go like that. RIT.
Like, what was y'all wearing to the college parties?
Shit, like I said, during that time, man, it was, you know,
That was
it was
late
like the fall time.
90s,
So
early 2000s.
yeah, it was
Yeah.
more of the jackets and the North Faces at that time. I really wasn't. When I would go, I would be there working, so I really wasn't there to get fresh. But I would always have on, you know, some sort of bubble, whether it be a North Face or a bear coat or some sort of bubble. Because all my college parties were in the wintertime.
Yep, basically that's what it was. Yep, the North Face, Spider. I remember getting Spider like ski coats,
Oh, yeah.
real fly ski coats. Was popping. That's about it.
And
Yeah.
y'all was always able to afford these items.
No, not all the time. Not willingly, but no. We like we had boosters. Go in there and get it. However we needed to get it. I know I will. If I want something, I'll go get it. You know what I'm saying? Basically, it's never really affordable because all that stuff was over the top. Like them skiing
So,
coats.
like, smell like Kaufman's and
Yeah,
stores like that. D4, man.
yeah. So, Yeah, I mean, I used to go in there and buy stuff too. You know, like I said, we have boosters. You go get it. However, whatever
you
it
say,
says.
go get it. What do you mean?
Go get it.
Okay, so
nine figure discount, 10-figure discount.
Okay, so walk us through the go get it.
You said what?
Walk us through the go get it era. Like, you don't have any stories for the?
Yeah, absolutely. We had a whole crew. We used to go and we used to hit Kaufman's up. Kaufman's was our number one spot.
Yeah.
Kaufman's, we go to all of them. We'll go Eastview, we'll go around Decoy, we'll go
All on the same day?
Yeah.
Damn.
We used to listen, when we
They used to get to the point where I wouldn't even cut hair on the weekends.
So this is what I was saying. Like he said, he didn't care about getting fresh, but he take it like we in a busy popping Saturday. We cut hair, man, back to back. I'm about to go on a mission
because it became profitable. It just became that profitable, and it became that profitable and that easy. And
so you used to sell your pieces.
I would keep some.
Yeah, I
would keep some.
Sell them, trade them.
I would sell majority, whatever I
get. Yeah, you'll sell them. He was selling a lot of it. We'll trade. We used to trade off, man.
I wasn't holding on to that stuff. Like, after I get it, as soon as I get it, it's gone.
Yeah.
I mean, just like that. So it was addicting. It was to the point where I wasn't even cutting hair hardly. On a Saturday.
OD with it. That was his day.
I was ODing until I got back. Once I got back,
she tell her, yo, slow down, chill out, man. Wait for everybody.
Do you remember what store you got bagged?
I got bagged at Kaufman's in Greece.
Like how it went down?
Well, by that time,
Lauren Taylor's too.
By that time, our faces probably popped up when we walked in. You know what I mean? They was probably already on us. You know what I'm saying? That particular day, I felt something. So, what I would used to do was I would get a whole bunch of items. I act like I'm going there and try them on. You can't really tell what I have, so you just see a bunch of items. So I would get them, tie them around my shirt, tie them around my pants. My waist. And,
how did you get it? How did you get the?
Well, you would need a razor blade and a screwdriver.
Damn, so y'all still going there like that?
A little small screwdriver about that big.
And a razor blade.
Little razor blade. That's your kit.
And that's it.
Put it in your pocket. Grab it, man. Like you said, take the buzzers. Take the buzzers, the little hump. Take the razor, cut off the hump.
Yep.
Take the screwdriver and come loose, man. Throw it, put it in a trash can, wrap it around your waist, pull your pants up, and get it out.
It used to be 30 seconds. You could take.
And how many items you could?
Take as whatever you want to do. Man.
Before it got hot,
I do too.
Before it got hot, I would go shopping. I would buy items, so I would have a bag, whether it be a sneaker bag or whatever the case is.
Yeah.
Before it got hot, I could easily dump 5-10 t-shirts, a couple sweatshirts in a bag, and be out. You know what I'm saying? Because it really wasn't. There was no alarms. It wasn't hot.
It was alarms.
There were alarms on certain doors. Certain doors had alarms.
Yeah.
But when you figure out which doors didn't have the alarm, boom, go out that door, obviously.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it was just, it got to the point where it just became too easy, became too simple. And
I think all of us got caught.
It just, one day my number was up.
So that's what made you stop too?
Lauren Taylor's got me. I got caught because I had a trainee, like I was putting him on, and I told him how to do it, but he did the opposite. So I got caught up in his joint. But
so y'all both got caught.
Yeah, I got out the store, and they pointed me out, but it was just crazy.
It was crazy. The day that I got back, it happened to be from a classmate of mine I graduated with, and I had $500 in my pocket. So I had money in my pocket, and it was a classmate like, yo, what are you doing, man? Like, why are you doing this? And I just felt like I felt like an idiot. I did, because I didn't need it, but it was just too easy. It was too easy not to do it. So
that was my lesson, and I never did it again. I never did it again. Ever.
It was.
It
We had
was,
good
you know,
times.
Any stories like you was about to go to a concert and you had to go?
Oh
boom,
yeah.
boom, boom?
Yeah.
Plenty of those.
Plenty of those. Like,
Plenty of those.
matter of fact, the one when Nautica Fleeces was the ticket. Like you had the fleeces, and then you had like the you had the big Nautica logo on the back with the reflector.
Right.
Yeah, it was a black and a red one, and I think it was a party at. I think it was a party at the Y. I know it was Lovers Rock was doing something like that. So
Yeah.
boom, all right, well, let's go out and shoot out the Ryan Coy, grab a couple joints, and that's it.
What about
That's
you?
it.
Yeah,
Any stories?
just like that. Like they'd be like, yo, we got this week. Let's go to the mission. We gotta be the mission. Gotta go to the mission. So we know what we gotta do. If the boosters gonna come to the barber shop, we take off, man.
Well,
I think we should do that like every week, like probably twice a week.
It spread it.
Like,
it got
it was
too out of control.
too out of control.
Everybody, you know, at one point that would come up there and see everybody labeled up, and they was like, "Yo, what y'all doing?" And then you know, and tell niggas, and niggas go out there and they just make it hot.
I think it was to a point. I probably could have wore, man. Listen, a polo. I probably never had to repeat a polo shirt for like 2 months, man.
Didn't have to.
I'm talking about. I had so much.
It was
so
plentiful.
much polo and just clothes, crazy. Like that's what I'm telling you. We should do that. It was just an addiction, man.
Every week.
Every week. It was just we had a mean crew, man. Definitely had a mean crew.
Okay. What about now? Like, what's your favorite brand now?
Nothing particular right now.
Clothing. Yeah, nah, I'm all about comfort, man.
That's what I was about to say. It's
I'm all
something
about
else.
comfort. I ain't gonna front that. Like,
Do any of y'all ever thrift?
Yeah, I do. Absolutely. I
not
do.
really. I don't. I just don't be having the time. I don't be feel like looking for shit.
Yeah, thrifting. Like
Yeah,
job.
yeah, it's a job.
You gotta go through age bracket.
I don't have
Yeah.
the patience
Yeah.
to do that. It's like, you know, if I see it and I happen to, run into it, then cool. But
He ain't thrifting.
I'm not thrifting. I ain't got the time for it.
I do. I go in there and try to find some certain stuff, but yeah, I don't mind going in there and doing it.
I just don't have the time.
What stores y'all shopping at nowadays?
Shoot, my stores is online. Sneakers, I go to Gold. Far Left.
Yeah, I like to go.
I like Target. I mess with Target.
Wow.
Target right here. So it's just different.
Sorry.
Target's the best, man.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, that's least expensive, but you make it look good.
That's it. But it's not really particular right now. Like I'll be all over the place now, man.
Whatever I see.
Whatever look good right now,
Whatever I see.
What's the best word to describe your style? You can start with you, G.
My own.
Hmm?
My own.
That's the best word to describe your style, your own.
Yes, sir. My own.
What about you?
I like. I don't know, man. I like kind of like surfboard. Like I like. I don't even know the style of that, but like this
Surfer? Like
Yeah,
Cali,
surfing.
like
Yeah, Cali, Gap,
fitting.
Gappy look. You know, preppy. That's it.
What would you call it?
What?
What would you call his style?
Urban's little slash urban with it.
Yeah, like Cali. Like Cali, New York.
Yep.
Something like that. I mean, I can't think of the word though, but like, yeah, like you said, like surf. Like, I get surf from him.
Coach got some fun. He got some flavor. Some of it.
Yeah, you do.
He got some
Thank
flavor.
you. Appreciate it.
Before we end, y'all shopping at Mad Flavors?
No.
No? Damn.
Now? You talking about?
No, back then.
No, I got some shit out of Fire Store.
How you know? How you say no to Mad Flavor? I'm talking about the first Mad Flavors, not when you moved across the street.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know.
Steve's? Okay.
It was never. I never bought none
I got an
out of
AV.
there. I never.
I had bought
Only
my
CDs.
AV.
That's about it.
No, I bought my AV out of there.
I never had an Avirex.
I used to get all the pair of Supers from Virus, the New Balances. Me and Dax got them leather jerseys made from Virus.
Yeah, I remember that jersey, leather jersey.
Yeah, those. Yeah, but I never.
Yeah, I remember.
Virus was a privilege. It was,
Definitely was, but I just used to get like CDs. I never really never shot.
He only, he had some shit.
No, he had it, but I just never.
yeah,
went
he
in
was
it.
like the first.
He was the first really to hit him in the head, man. Like as far as like black designers.
Black designers,
like
yeah.
that.
Oh, I'm lying. I'm sorry. I did. I used to shop across the street. It's smaller.
That's what I'm saying. I
That's
said
Yeah,
the
the
first.
first one. I'm sorry. Yeah, Saratoga. I bought a few things out of there.
You had
But
to.
I was-
Like I don't. Yeah, back at that
Yeah.
time, you had to go in there. Like that was during the era of those type of shops. You know what I'm saying? So you, if you didn't go in there, it's just like unless you were just hating, but because he had whatever was popping.
Yeah, he did.
Fitteds. I used to get my fitteds.
Yeah.
I got grab a few fitteds out of there.
You know what I'm
Just a
saying?
couple spots. Yeah.
I got a few things.
Before we end,
Mm-hmm.
let the people know what you have on today. I
I got going
you
on?
did a little bit, but let the people.
Nothing, man. only thing is
You don't have to say that. I mean, like, let the people know what you're wearing.
just Target, Off-White,
Top,
Target.
the hat.
I got this from Marshalls. Gucci
What about
frame.
you?
It's simple, man. It's
Polo.
easy Sunday vibe, man. Just polo fit, some Timbs, man. Get that shit, man.
You know, you can't go wrong.
Can't go, you
Don't fit
know.
with the stomach. In it.
That's it, right? You know,
Well, that's the end of the show, you guys.
Yes,
I
I
appreciate
enjoyed it,
y'all
yes.
for stopping
Yeah,
by.
Absolutely.
Maybe we can do it again.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I'll come a lot more prepared the next time, man.
What you mean?
Prepared.
Was I prepared? Okay.
I guess. I don't know.
This is on the Flye podcast. I'm your host, Flye Blake. Yeah.
Peace.